Hello again. Welcome to another edition of Go Math Book. This time we're doing lesson 5.4, factors and multiples. We know that factors are numbers that we multiply together to get a product. Well, multiples are numbers that we multiply times the counting numbers in order to get the multiples. What do I mean? Well, let's list the first six multiples for 3. So I start multiplying 3 times the counting numbers. 3 times 1 is 3, so that's my first multiple. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. Usually they're going to ask you to list the first 6, or if you're doing a list or something, usually with the first 6 you should be okay to go. If you cannot find what you're looking for, then you can extend your list, but pretty much the first 12. So as you can see, we're doing kind of the timetables. So if anybody asks you what are the multiples of a number, you just start counting by the number or the timetables for that number. So let's do the first 6 multiples for 12. Timetables for 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 24. 36. 48. 60. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. 72. Right? It's very easy. You all know your 12 timetables, right? Okay, so this is multiples. You multiply the number times the counting numbers, and you just make a list out of it. So how we're gonna see? We might need to find common multiples, same way that we find common factors. So if they ask you to find the common multiples for 8 and 2, we're gonna make a list for 8 and for 2. The order is not really relevant because the common numbers are gonna be the same in both lists. So we're gonna list the first 6 multiples for 8. So we start with 8. Always start with the same number because the first multiple is multiply the number times 1. And any number times 1 is the same number. So the first one will be 8. Then we have 16. Then 24. Then 32. Then 40. Then 48. Now let's go to the multiples of 2. These ones are really easy, right? Counting by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now that we make the list, we're going to find the common ones, the ones that are the same. Okay, I start with my biggest number, with the 8. Do I have 8? Yes, 8 is here. Do I have 16? No. I will eventually have it if I extend my list, right? So I can do it. That would be 14 and then 16. So 16 is common. Usually within the first 6, you should find 1, and 1 is enough. If you want to do 2, that's fine. So we can put 8 and 16 will be the common multiples. So this is how we use multiples, usually when you find common multiples. And then the word problem is going to look something like this. Maria gets her allowance every 3rd day beginning January the 3rd. John gets his allowance every 4th day beginning on January the 4th. When do Maria and John get the allowance on the same day? What is this? This is common multiples. So Maria is going to get her, let's put Maria, is going to get her allowance every 3rd day beginning on January the 3rd. So we're doing multiples of 3. And then we're going to have John right here. John is going to be paid every 4th day beginning January the 4th. So we're going to do multiples of 4. So let's start doing them. Multiples of 3, first 6 usually. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now, first 6 multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. Let's see. Do we have any common numbers? 3 is not on the list. 6 is not on the list. 9 is not on the list. 12 is in the list. And then if we extend it, we'll eventually have 24 in both lists, right? But read the question. It says, When do Maria and John get the allowance on the same day? When is the next day? The 12th. And we're talking about which month? January. So the next time they're going to get the allowance is going to be on January the 12th. That's how you're probably going to find it out in a test. Okay, for homework, this is your exercise. What are the common multiples for 6, 8, and 3? Remember, first do the list of multiples for each number and then see which ones are common. One number is fine. You don't have to extend the list too much. One common multiple is enough. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.